This is Brick Digest and this is set 42053, the Volvo EW160E. It retails in the UK for £69.99 and has 1166 pieces, which makes it 6 pence per piece. It is one of the 3 flagship Technic sets that were released at the start of August. One of the other ones, of course, was the bucket wheel excavator, and if you want to see a review of that, then you can click the link in the corner of the screen. But if you want to stick with this one and want to see how this one was built, then pay attention. And here is the completed model, and I have to admit it took me much longer to put together than I thought it would. I set aside about 3 or 4 hours to put it together, and actually it took me 5.5. Despite the low piece count and the much smaller size, there's a lot going on in here. Everything moves, everything is connected together with these pneumatic pipes, which did come cut to length but still require you to wire it all together in the correct way. So, just to give you an idea of what this model can do, it can turn on its axis. There is a cog here on the back which can change the steering at the front, although disappointingly the steering actually inside it doesn't move. The front bit can move up and down thanks to this lever. There are lights here which can move around here. There are mirrored pieces which can move as well, and of course the wheels move as well. The main attraction though is the V2 pneumatic system which Lego used in the Volvo truck last year. That means that thanks to these switches on the back and the pump here to put air into the system, that various parts of this arm and the bucket itself can open. The most important thing when using this is that each of these switches have to start off in a center position, and then you only move one at a time. Trying to move more than one at a time results in not a lot happening. You will also know whether or not you have reached the constraints of each of these moving parts, because if you switch the switch the wrong way and try and pump the system, then absolutely nothing will happen. So as a demonstration, I will switch this switch here and I will pump, and you will see that absolutely nothing happens. But if I then switch it to the other side, you can see the bucket opens. Before moving anything else, I will move that back to the center, and then I will move this, and you can see there is still some air in the system, so this pneumatic pipe here is opening. And if I put a little more air into the system, you can see it extends all the way. If we then extend that back up again, you can see I can lift the arm once more. You can see one of the other pneumatic arms is here, so again, if I do that, you can see the remaining air in the system brings it down. So this is all very good in the sense that it is very simple to move different parts of it, but it does get a little complicated to get some of the small motions you would like to do, and it's also very unclear whether or not there's any air left in the system, which can often result in something happening that you didn't want to, and that's why it's always so important to make sure those switches are back to the center position again to make sure nothing else is going to move unexpectedly. What is nice about this system though is that it is actually possible to lift something up. So if we take this Spider-Man minifig and actually put him in the center there, it should be possible for us to close the bucket around him. The finished model is also pretty accurate to the real thing, including feet on the back that can lock in place to raise the back wheels off the ground, and this cab which can move up and down thanks to this cog wheel here. What I do find with the cab though is that it easily gets stuck on some of the surrounding parts because this arm is a bit wobbly, but a little bit of nudging in the right direction will put it back in place easily enough. There is also plenty of details all the way around, including warning stickers, items which tell you what will happen when you use the switches on the back, places that you shouldn't step, and all this little orange detailing around the handrails and entry to the cab area is also very nice and makes the model much more interesting. Ultimately, if you're a Technic fan, then this is probably a pretty strong recommendation. At £6 per piece you can hardly argue with the value proposition, and unlike the bucket wheel excavator, you'll probably be able to fit it on a shelf once you're finished. For me, probably not the kind of set that I would normally buy. Unlike the bucket wheel excavator where I was drawn to it from its sheer size, this isn't a particularly display worthy model. But if you're looking for a set with a significant number of moving parts with lots of play potential and you enjoy Lego Technic, then this is definitely a must buy. If you would like to give us some YouTube love, then we would very much appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up down below if you enjoyed this video, and post a comment if you have any questions. Also do subscribe to our channel and you can get all of our videos as soon as they are posted. Head over to facebook.com/brickdigest, @brickdigest on Twitter and Instagram, and brickdigest.com for all of the latest Lego news. Until next time, goodbye.